different from like core actors,
Actors,
and
yes.
because they're a different crop of people. So these are people that in their mindset everything they've thought about is to be famous. An actor, I don't think an actor's first thought or thought process should be, I want to be famous. It's, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I'm reciting this role, I'm doing this, and I want to nail this character and all that. So I know, yes, there is being famous and being an actor, but the first thing that comes to mind for an actor isn't, oh, I want to be famous. I want to be a famous actor. I can sit in my house and I like the way I look, I like the way everybody talks about me, and I'm like, oh, wow, I'm beautiful. I want to be famous. Then you start doing things. So a reality TV star, their first goal is to be famous. And for them, they will do anything to be famous. So that's why I think their crazy is different. Because they come to set with the mindset of everything they do is an act, that is positioning them to this their end goal. So for them, no, they're a different crop of people. I'm sure, like you guys will understand, they're very, very different from the norm. So for reality TV, the key thing is, every producer, you have to put your foot down. And in these people, there are people that are very reliable. Let me use Big Brother for an example now. You have like maybe 20 people who come out of the Big Brother house. And some people are more successful than other people. We've heard stories of, oh, some people do this, people do this, people do that, people, oh, the girls make money, blah, 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 and everything. But in that, you will see discipline. You will see consistency. You will see people who show up. There are people you call for stuff, and they always give an excuse of why, oh, they are somewhere. Oh, they don't have any clothes. Oh, they don't have hair. The basics, they don't show up. They can never show up. And they are never on time. There was a shoot we had. The call time was 9 o'clock. This person shows up at 5. For you to show up at 5, well, we replaced her, but she didn't know she was already replaced. She shows up at 5. She wasn't even picking her calls from 10, 11, 12. But there was somebody somewhere who's been praying, I'm sure she was on the altar of fire, so she was praying, God, please, when will the anointing fall on me? And we call her from her. She comes like that, looking stressed and all. But there was everybody on set to serve her and make her look the part. So what it is for reality TV shows, there are those people who are also indisciplined, while there are a lot of them who know what the end goal is. Like Kanye said, there has to be some level of consistency, discipline for you to have 1 million followers. You can't just have 1 million followers by, even the streamers, all this, the Kate phase and all. The amount of work they do, I swear to you, Chekejim, I can't do it. Like 24/7, a camera is in front of you, filming whatever madness you're bringing. It takes a level of dedication to do that. So that is why you do not reduce, you can never reduce hard work. People look at the Kardashians, they are the staple children for reality TV. They look at the Kardashians and say, she did this, and I don't know if you can say this, but to have a sex tape is not an easy thing. I'm telling you, it's a difficult, like, it's a serious mind process to have one. Let's even try. They have remained consistent. Consistent brand building, consistent posting on social media. So whatever your skill is required, whatever skill is required for you to pivot, you need to dedicate time and resource to do that. You cannot be lying in your bed and expect heaven to fall. Even if you're on Pastor Jerry's this thing, it cannot work. You must give to receive. You must give hard work. You must show up. You must be very reliable. Because there are people now, as we're sitting like this, I'm sure if somebody drops from our set, there's somebody we can call easily to replace them, and we know they will show up. And another thing, when you're very popular and we're riding on your numbers, so this actor is so talented and it's quite popular. But if you're a headache, I promise you that after a while, you start realizing that the jobs are reducing. Why are they reducing? Because you're driving everybody on set crazy. So you can't come and drive us mad. We need to leave too, you know what I mean? So for reality TV, a lot of them, the goal is to be popular. And regardless of how, we want to, because a lot of people try to minimize what they do. But a lot of them put in the work. A lot of them are disciplined. A lot of them are very consistent. And there's a lot of resilience because there's a lot of rejection. You're posting this, you're doing that. There's a lot of rejection that comes with it. But these guys continue to go. They continue to move and all that. So you have to have a certain level of resilience, emotional resilience, to be able to thrive in the industry.
Thank you so much. But my question is, there are aspiring actors and filmmakers here who can say that they are very pleasant to work with and they are reliable and they are talented, but they are not getting jobs. There are people here who have monologues on their Instagram pages. They have 30 monologues, but then nobody's DMing them on Instagram. Is it a skill issue or they need to be more patient or what?
You have to be patient. You have to be consistent. Remain consistent. I remember there was a time I was writing proposal like a lunatic everywhere. My laptop, writing, writing, doing everything I was doing, and all. Then it just took one meeting to change everything. One thing about this industry is you must be resilient. If you're not, like, it is not, you can't just sit down and, oh, I just posted 3 monologues or 20 monologues and nobody is DMing me. The day they are ready to DM you, that might be the day you have given up. So you must be consistent. For the small extra role you do, you know, I'm sure a lot of you do extra roles, your day players and all that. How do you show up? Do you show up and you're like angry that there's a lead that you're better than? You know, people are like that. They're like, oh God, I should have been the lead of that thing. How do you show up? Are you pleasant? Are you making it easy for everybody on that set as well? Because there are people that we have recognized from the extra roles, and we're like, okay, this person can become a day player. From being a day player, this person can lead the show. So what it is you need to be, like, there has to be clarity. This thing is a long game. It's not, oh, now. And that is the, social media is great, but I feel that is the disadvantage that comes with it. Everybody is in such a hurry. Like, you see somebody that is 18 years old, 21 years old, telling you that they, God, my life. Me, when I was 21, I know what I was doing. God forgive me. Like, but now everybody is in such a hurry. Oh God, I was looking at social media. They'll be comparing lives with, people that are in different economic spaces than they are. Somebody was telling me, oh God, can you look at somebody that was in fact, they made me go and watch one series off campus. The girl, they were going on and on. And I went and read this girl's resume, and this girl has such a long resume. So you have to think, okay, where am I coming from? Where am I going to? And what is required? The only thing required in this industry is consistency. You're working hard. You're positioning yourself. You're doing the things that are required for you to do. If you have to look the part, you're looking the part. Like, you know what it requires. And you're getting better. I'm watching your monologue today. I see your monologue again. There's an improvement. I'm telling you, you will get the call. Big Toto.
So, we're in show business. But it amazes me how many people, myself included when I was much younger, are fascinated by the show part and no understanding of the business. If you're a performer, writer, director, producer, what do you think you're being paid for? You're being paid to make a product. That's it. Your payment isn't reward for your talent. That's what the applause is for. Okay. Let me put it like this. Let me not be so arch.
You should be harsh.
There's a certain part of passion that is born from creative frustration. It can swing positive or it can swing negative. If you are a true creative, I guarantee that you have swum in the swimming pool of depression at one point in your life. And all that is your creative energy with nowhere to go, so you turned it on yourself. The problem with creatives is we are not comfortable just being. So if we are not building, we are destroying. And if we have nothing to destroy, we destroy ourselves. And I say this with full confidence because every single one of you has sat in a group somewhere and bad-mouthed somebody before. Let's keep it real. We've said, I don't know why this person has this job. I didn't say you're right or wrong. I'm not judging you. I did it myself. Because when there's nowhere to go with what you're trying to do, it all gets all choked up and it has to go somewhere. Right? Anybody agree with me? Let me know what I'm talking to myself. It's kind of what it is, right? The problem with that is it kind of colors how you look at everything. Uche said something I don't want you to take lightly. There are some people, some of us, who have grinded for so long that when we show up, we have no idea how much negative energy we are carrying. You show up on the set, and from day one, all I'm getting from you is this person thinks they are too good for this small role they got. So I don't know your life. So all that registers to the producer is ungrateful. Or difficult to work with. Or could be a diva. Right? Because the main aim of doing this role is to make sure you get another one. And 9 times out of 10, it's not necessarily with the same producer. An actor on the set with you could then produce his or her own thing and then say, I really like that girl who was with me on, let's get that girl on. Right? What is slightly frustrating with being told, keep going and keep going and keep going, is how many times you feel like you want to quit. My unorthodox advice is quit. If you feel like quitting, quit. If you come back, then good. If you don't come back, then good. Because I don't think you are going to quit to go do something that doesn't make you any money, right? So if you quit, it's like, maybe I should just take that bank job. Go take the bank job. If you take the bank job and you still come back, then cool. If you stayed at the bank job, then cool. It's not by force. So, and I know that sounds like counterintuitive, but I'm being serious. I'm not even trying to trick you. Any writers here? I'm going to use writers as an example. Everybody else, with actors, it's auditions. With producers, it's proposals. It's what it is. Please know what your pitch percentage is. For a writer, let me tell you what your pitch percentage is. It's how many pitches you do before you sell a project. Right? No writer, any writers here, talk to me. Nobody pitches just one project, sells it. The next one sells it. The problem is that we're really emotional, right? Because that's why we are good at what we do. But know what your pitch percentage is, which is how many shows do I pitch before I make a sale? What is a good hand? What is a cold hand? I can say this with confidence because I've trained a ton of writers. I've worked on maybe 60 projects. I've done a lot of TV, right? On my hottest, I was 1 in 5. At my hottest, every 5 pitches I sell a show. Till the year I sold 4 shows in 1 year. And I ended up in the bathroom throwing up blood. Not a joke. Because you have your limits. I have seen more people in this business fail from success. I'm not joking. It's people who were growing, got what they wanted, got a big head, tried to grab everything at once, messed everything up. I've seen more people fail. The others just didn't get on, full stop. That's not a failure. They just didn't start. I've seen more people fail from getting on before they were ready. Here's the point I'm making. At my hottest, I was 1 in 5. At my coldest, I was 1 in 27. So to sell a show, I'd have to sell 27. My average is about 1 in 19. What that means is, if I pitch 5 shows and I don't sell anything, I'm not bothered. Because I'm still within my range. But true or false, you've gone for 3 auditions back to back, didn't get a call back, and you are raging at the ceiling. I'm not saying you're wrong. We're just emotional people. You know what I mean? 4 auditions and not do again. You understand what I'm saying? What is the average for you? So if I'm pitching and I get to 17, I'll go find a red card because I don't do rough. When I get to 20, panic is setting in. Do you understand what I mean? But at least it's still within my window. All I'm saying is be aware. It's not you don't win with every single. So don't stack the deck against yourself. I've known people who said, oh, I'm going to give myself 3 years. And if this thing doesn't pop in 3 years, I'm quitting. Then they stayed for 6 extra months. And that's when right? But know what works for you. Because I also know people who are 15 years in and they should have quit 23 years ago. I think everybody on this panel knows somebody who's at least 10 years in and should have given up like year 1. Because passion is passion, but passion isn't profit. So one last thing on this, please. One great way to break into the industry, I'll talk more on that later. Focus on making money for the person that paid you. It's not about necessarily making money for yourself. It's making money for the person that paid you. If they make more money, then you have the right to make more money and ask for more money. I won't say the right, but the leverage. Okay.
Thank you.
So a bit of what he said, but you just have to be honest with yourself. Like that, I think that's one of That's one thing you need. You need to be able to be honest to yourself. Every loss or every no you get is a win. It's you have to gradually, I would say, gradually access, gradually access your gifts, your talents. If you're writing a script, what did I miss? And this is like your losses are your experience, and your experience is what is going to get you the jobs. You cannot write one script or direct one film and you put it on YouTube and it doesn't get the views, and you're now beating yourself up. But you get to a point where you have done maybe close to 10 to 12 projects, and people want you for that wealth of experience. Because if you are taking your losses in and evaluating yourself and asking yourself, how do I get better? What do I have to? Goes back to consistency. What do I have to do to make the next project better? What did I go for that I was looking for in this project that I did not see? How can I make my next monologue better? How can I make my next audition better? If you basically have to just take every no or every yes, if you are pitching stories and you are getting no, is how can I make my presentation better? How can I make my deck better? One thing that I did is I kind of just picked somebody, like and I'll say maybe it's not a good choice, but I picked Woody Allen. And I was like, I went through his life and I saw his growth from being a journalist, from creating comics, from acting, from basically what was pushing him. And I could see the amount of work before Woody became the Woody Allen. So you are basically in that phase. It's a lot of work. But if you are honest with yourself, you have to also, like you said, there's a lot of depression. But if you are, you also have to be kind to yourself. If somebody once told me, you have to talk to yourself like you're talking to a baby girl, like a 3-month-old baby. It's okay. The no's, you're in a phase in your life, you're going to get like 1,000 no's, and it's fine. But guess what? If you can make sure that every single time you're putting yourself out there, you're better, trust me, by the time you start getting the yes.
Please, let's give them a round of applause. Okay. So, Kaide, I'd like you to quickly speak to this. What are some of the biggest reasons that people miss opportunities? Are you saying it's just a timing thing or preparation or what?
Preparation, yes. Goes back to like the threes that Mr. Victor said. You have to be prepared for it. You have to know the work, especially in a space like Nigeria. First thing I'm going to advise you as creatives coming up, if you are creative coming out in the Nigerian system, it's very different from anything that you're seeing coming out from anywhere else in the world. The challenges are a lot, but because the challenges are a lot, that does not mean that you should feel sad or feel like or have low energy. Know the environment that you are in. Is you have to be good. Bro, like anybody that is working in Nigeria, like he said, there's something that we've said 3 times. You can be replaced. Like simple. So you have to be really good that the thought of replacing you is giving your employer a headache. That's how good you have to be. Yeah, like you have to be good. And that's what I'm saying. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be good to the point that it's going to be difficult to replace you because of the value you bring. And also, man, you have to be a good human being. Like that one is very important. You have to be somebody. Sometimes people won't get jobs because they are just good to be around with. You don't get. They are good vibes. So, my good vibes has to come in professionalism. You have to be a professional. This is not a joke. The job of communicating visually, whether through writing, producing, or directing, it's a very serious job. I can tell you that everybody, we are here because we have been inspired by something we have seen on screen that has shaped our lives. That's how important what you are doing now is. And if you know the value of what you are doing and you take the job that important, it will put you in positions for more opportunities.
Thank you. Please let's give him a round of applause. All right. So, Victor, what will make you call an actor back again and again? Like keep coming to my set. I want you on my set. for an actor, for a writer, you know, a cinematographer, what is that one thing that they will do? I know you said be
Because you
easy
have
to
my
work
three
with and
things,
things of
yes.
sorts. Please speak to it more.
If there's one thing on top of the threes, let me pull almost a Nigerian style response. I will give you the, okay, let me keep it simple. Someone who has, I'm going to take what Coyote said, but I'm going to try and expound on that. I will call it good vibes, but I don't want to sound like a Gen Z because I'm not. Someone who has creator energy. The problem that a lot of us creatives, because there's a difference between being a creative or being a creator, there is a difference. Creatives has is, we have a lot of, I don't like saying this, but it's true. We have a lot of victim energy. Because we need an excuse for why we have not blown. So we need somebody to point the finger at. So is it at them or you point it at yourself in the mirror? Right? Nobody is coming to save you. But nobody's trying to kill you either. The thing that hurts is realizing it feels like nobody cares. Which is partially true. So if nobody's trying to hurt you and nobody's trying to save you, all you have left is you. Do it or don't do it. Right? Wish I could give you a rah-rah thing, but that's the thing. When I meet somebody who's like, I build because I must. I build because it's who I am. I build because it's what I do. Then cool. Because now I don't have to cut through all the angsts and all the... That's what, I'm going to be brutally honest, that's what I'm looking for. Is somebody who has that, I'm just happy that I get to do this. You know what I mean? Like, okay, might not be the best paying job, might not be the best circumstances, but can you believe they pay us to do this? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the energy I look for. Somebody who's just happy to contribute.
Sorry, I just want to follow up on that. I don't think, so I have done, and just like he said, he's done a lot of work. I think like they will both understand. There is no environment or situation that is perfect when creating. So you know what people are looking for? People are looking for people that when shit hits the fan, when an actor doesn't come to set, if you're a director or a producer, or the location that you have envisioned in your head is not available, can you still create something that is better than what is on script? When this, as an actor, when the gun that you're supposed to hold, this is, bro, it's going to happen. And those are the people that get the jobs. As an actor, the gun that you're supposed to hold to shoot the person is not available. Can you still give a convincing performance? The creator energy, like what he said, people that is never say never. We are going to do this and it's going to be the best. Can I make the best out of this situation that I am in? If you can just keep asking yourself, how can I make it better than what it was before, despite without having the tools that you think you needed, bro, you will get any job that you want.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Because you have the wealth of experience working with reality TV stars, that's why I'm going to ask you again about it. You did speak earlier to what you think makes them keep growing and keep getting opportunities. You spoke about their resilience. I want you to speak more to that. What can actors learn from reality TV stars?
Okay, one, they're very consistent, extremely consistent. Let's use what reality TV star can we use now? Creatives, talents are very emotional. Like I feel even genuinely very sorry for them, and sometimes I feel it can be a quiet. So we had just finished Big Brother. So she just came and said, oh, and that was when Big Brother, you know, they'll just do, hey, hi, one day in the house. Their followers, 20-something years, how? When did he start acting? But you know, it's fine. That she's been in this industry 20-something years and nobody calls her for anything. Look at this one that just came out of the house yesterday. They now have 1 point something million for focus on your focus. What is the problem? You can't even articulate what the problem is because for you, it's from an emotional point of view to say, this person is succeeding at this thing, but I'm the one supposed to be here. So a lot of actors, a lot of producers, a lot of directors, they get so emotional and they forget. I keep saying it. A lot of the times, people forget what the goal is. You need to realize what the goal is. You have to understand what value you bring. You can't be bringing up videos every day. We're going to even talk about Toby Bakri. Toby Bakri was on Big Brother. I know how Toby's left school, from school, worked in the bank, from bank, went on Big Brother. Toby, I tell you that Toby showed up. Let's talk about the discipline of actors. An actor, you would have sent them scripts how many weeks ago? They will come on set, they don't even know the lines. They don't even know what the character is about. If I'm hiring an actor and they're not asking certain questions, I'll be very worried. Like you're an actor, they've not given you your character Bible and you're cool, you're at home, you just want to show up. Some come on set, there's no, maybe they've written something as simple as, oh, she was eating an apple. They don't see an apple, they are very rattled. Like they crammed the cast to just come and, So the thing is, just the basics. The emotions. I know sometimes we can't control our emotions. You know what I mean? But I'm sure most of you, and nobody here is like hitting menopause or anything. So I know so you have to be very calm. So a lot of people have to understand their emotional base. People are so emotional because they feel things need to be handed to them. Like Victor said, nobody is coming to save anybody. I'm on set thinking about sure that these small budgets, the Victors have given us can work. I'm struggling with all of that. You're dealing with location. You're not even available. So those are and you're dealing with crazy crew. So those are the things you're dealing with. You've hired a producer who you feel, okay, you know what? You're here to support the process. Producer is emotional because actor did this. Actor is emotional because wardrobe person did. So there's just a lot of emotions happening on set. And all you're thinking about is how to manage all of these things. So my ideal world is where I can concentrate on the budget. I can concentrate at the creative vision, we're executing the what we have promised, the client. I can concentrate on all of that. While the people that have been hired to do the job can focus on the job. You can be emotional, but you manage your emotions. And it's managing all of this process, petting, talking, cajoling, romancing somebody who you've hired to deliver a job. And like he said, everybody's replaceable, but them, it happened to us. Because you know what? You've put in the work. You've managed your emotions when you want to manage your emotions. You can go and curse them at home. You can even create a fake page and go and start writing, I don't care what it is. Lainey, no now. She's like, no, she's going to call her makeup artist. And how can you call your makeup artist? But I'm telling you that we might allow you, because of peace of mind, we might say, okay, you know what, let's finish this process. But I promise you that producer or director, people say, oh, how are they, these influencers, what they do, I've said it, nobody can do it. These guys are consistently filming. A lot of us want heaven to fall on our laps. So people are praying for, in fact, you see a beginner, they'll say, oh, the budget for my movie is 1 billion. How? What have you shown? What have you done with your phone for us to even see that we can? Have you made? These skit makers, these reality TV people, they invest in themselves. They buy their phone, they record, they edit, they do all these things before they start even getting small income to start hiring people. But some of us, we can't even record. They were saying, somebody said they didn't have money to record a movie. They were hiring camera crew. You guys are friends. You guys know each other. Why are the collaborations? Me, I'm even wasting money on this phone and all that. I can't even take pictures. Why can't, but I can give it to somebody to record for me. Some people said they couldn't submit for crew, producers, in fact, editors. Those ones are even the biggest headaches because I can cite an editor in the room. You have to, we can't be chasing you for hard drive. You can't be this.
Is it to add or was it inspired by?
Inspired by.
Actors who all your friends in the industry are actors. Writers, all your friends are writers. I ask you why, you say iron sharpens iron. If I wanted to write an album, all I need is, let me show my age now. But yes, all you need is a software programming mic. I can do it in my bedroom, right? Filmmaking is the only thing where you need a village. Then you now say, okay, sorry. We are going to now do a quick thing. You're all Nigerians. Everybody here is a Nigerian, yes? Not all of you, but I guarantee I will remove one spirit from your body now. It's the spirit of they, otherwise known as they, them. Listen carefully. If all your problems are because they won't let me, I won't go for that audition because you are praying against your future. Otherwise, what's all this work for? It's not so that you become successful, right? Then another set will not be pointing at you and say, they will not. I reject the spirit of day in your life. Listen, things, right? Learn to start saying we/I. Oldest piece of advice I ever got. I don't know if it applies because everybody keeps saying the new era, the new era. I have a controversial view on that one. I haven't seen a new era yet. It's always the same thing repeated every 15 years. There was a time they said newspapers would destroy the youth. Then there was a time it was radio, then it was television. You can't network upwards. You can't go to an industry mixer. You have 1 credit. You meet a producer that has 40 credits. They're not going to meet him. I love the writer meets the cinematographer. Together, the thing you made then elevates everybody. So, here are the rules. Hustle, network with people that are on your level. Never go and meet somebody who's, I hate this thing about level. And for the people below you, if you are not stretching your hand to help them up, leave them alone. Don't try and bolster your ego by one thing that I don't think I answered properly. When we're talking about actors getting paid and what separates one person's pay from the other, there's a term in filmmaking, if some of you have been to film school or you've seen it on the... Permit me 2 minutes. Here's what it is. I'm going to pitch you guys a film. I want you guys to be absolutely honest. I'm trying to raise, from this room, I want to raise 200 million naira for this film. Yes, to better their life. How many people want to pledge money for my film? Okay, so let me repitch the exact same film. So I want to make this thing about a choir in Mafoluku that goes for a choir competition, right? To raise money to save their church building. Maven has signed on. Johnny Drill is running all the music. We've signed...
Coyote, so Victor spoke about networking across. There are people here today who are early on in their acting careers and their filmmaking careers. Is that saying that they...
Working is when I can recognize the value. So I'm going to say something now. In the industry, I've been in rooms like of telling stories who are now who are leading the industry right now. What we did at the time was we grouped ourselves and we're making films. We supported each other to make our first short films, our first feature films. And now all of us right now are in different industries doing great things. So this is like creating a community and just pushing. Filmmaking is a collective effort. And which other way would you learn how to be valuable not one person makes a film if you are not going to work with a collective in creating something? I would say actors and new faces that I have hired, that I have worked with, I've always seen something from them. I'm like, oh, I saw that short film that you did. People have gone through this phase that you are in. It's the films that we did together that made me learn how to do something, that basically gave me value to be hired by production companies or distributors to make films. So if you are looking to network sideways right now, create something, find your voice. You can only find your voice by experience. You cannot sing it. Anybody can say, oh, I can write a script. Trust me, 1,000 people can say I can write a script, and maybe just 5 of them know actually how to write a script. So if you want to...
I've worked in a few countries and continents. The film community is the same everywhere. It's the same as corporate, which is simply this. Yes, it's relational. What are you talking about? Of course it is. Right? So I'll show you what I can do. Will you open the door? You got to come in with some value. Right? So what that means is specific characters. You can come in there and kill it. What will happen is, there's this girl I saw. There's no spot for her in my film, but she was great. Then Coyote calls me and says, this actress has dumb and fault. Nobody sat on you for 3 years. But if you carry that thing in your chest, yes, I keep harping about negative self-talk. I will keep harping on it. Because if you keep carrying that stuff in your chest, when he calls you, you're not working in the bank. Because you said, they didn't pick me because they know who they want to pick, and you gave up. Just say.
Victor, but you said we can quit if we want now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Do it so that when you come back with a clear chest. Don't bring that. If you got to work it out, work it out. That's fine.
All right, so final thoughts. Let's give them a round of applause, please. So final thoughts. I'll start with you, Uche. Creatives in the house. We have actors here. We have writers here. We have producers, directors. What are two things that they need to stop doing immediately? Maybe mindset or habit-wise.
Yeah, we've said it all. Your
Yeah.
mindset is everything. You know, we hear all these motivational speakers tell us how our mindset, how we shouldn't speak negative, how our mind should be positive all the time. But key thing is, very important, your mindset is everything. Don't go around acting like anybody owes you money, except the people that really owe you money. Go into a room, be positive, know what value, sorry, I'm going to say more than two things here. Know what value you bring, what value. So, one thing I've also seen, like Victor said something, there are some people that should have quit, earlier. Like I always say, sometimes our friends do not tell us the truth. Because I've been in reality shows where people come to sing, like they really believe they can sing, and they're singing, and you're like, how? You're going to sing somewhere and all that. I know I can't sing, I know I can't dance, but for some reason, I'm so delusional that I can't even see. So no amount of motivational speaking, of encouragement, of me telling myself in the mirror, Uche, you're great, you're the next Beyonce, that will make me the next Beyonce, except that croaky voice is what, I don't know, maybe destiny has decided it. So key thing is that we have to be realistic. Do we actually possess this talent? How much of this talent do we possess? And there is also talent and developing talent. Okay, I know I can do this. How am I helping myself? How am I improving myself? You have to improve yourself. Your mindset is the greatest, I'm Woody Allen, blah, blah, blah. But what are you doing to ensure that whenever you walk into that room, you're noticed before you speak? I saw you at the last auditions. You've come to another audition a year, that thing. But just because they've seen small effort. So some effort goes a long way as well. I want to meet you again and I can see a difference. That you know what, this person has actually tried, has actually thought about, has taken feedback from the last thing that was said, and has actually learned and improved themselves. So key thing is that you must learn his work. And say, okay, you know what am I going to pick here? What am I going to learn here? His journey, okay, his life story, whatever it is. So what it is your mindset is everything. Your talent, you're developing it. Talent is the ceiling. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to have perfect lighting. But that thing that we want to see, we will see there, and you guys will get jobs from it. So you can collaborate. Very important, collaboration is key. Afford certain things. So I should even have some common sense to start paying for certain things. You know what I'm trying to say? So you have to, talent is the ceiling. Hard work. Timing, visibility, that creates access. So the world has to see you're doing. What are we saying? When you come, how do you show up? And when you show up, what are you saying? You've hustled for this job for 10 years. The first day they call you on set, you're late. If you live in Egbeda, wake up at 4 a.m. and show up on that set on time. If they give you a job to be a producer, show up. Do the work. If you cannot do the work, we have the tools now. It's so easy to do anything. You can be anybody now. Like I can lie now that I'm a doctor. Like I'm sure I can treat people now. Or something, I can be anything now. You just go, there's AI, there's ChatGPT, there's everything telling you what to do. So you can learn. There's YouTube. People are learning. They don't even need to go to schools now or whatever. Because that's one thing in Nigeria. A lot of the times we're all self-trained. We've all learned this thing, trained ourselves, interact, be friends. Some people here, they're looking for how to go and meet maybe the greatest. Like Victor has said it all. You have yourselves. Let's just start there. Eh?
How can what do I have to do to make this thing that I'm doing better? What have I added to my arsenal today?
Okay, Kaide, let me quickly ask you. I'm sure you don't have time to seek knowledge as much as before, but when you had the time,
For a whole year, I would not watch a film below 7 on IMDb. So that was like one challenge. If I was going to watch films, I always tell myself, whatever I'm consuming, and that really helped me because as I started making films, when I started making films, I could not tell if, I was not fully confident if a composition was right or not. After I had gone through 1 year of watching films above 7 on IMDb, I was like, no, this is nonsense. I could easily tell and I could easily evaluate my growth. I knew what that did to me. So like you need to put yourself through challenges and seek. Now it's so easy. There's masterclass.com. You can see all the great directors telling you how to direct film, all the great actors. Seek knowledge. This is some people just get the basic knowledge of how to just apply something and say that that's what they are, and they stick on that basic knowledge for a long time. Like they don't go to the next level. So you always have to seek knowledge. You have to keep asking yourself, am I better? Am I getting enough to be considered field on a world-class stage?
Thank you. How about you, Victor? You've all said seek knowledge. So what is a practical way to seek knowledge?
I think they said it quite diplomatic. Nobody can give you drive. The man said for a year he didn't see a movie under IMDb 7. There are people in this room I'm going to have to explain what IMDb is. I just won't. Because I can't teach drive. Right? He wasn't joking. See, this is the thing. Maybe a major downside of the convenience economy of child deck is sitting down and expecting things to come to you express. I'm so frustrated. I've been in the industry. How long have you been in the game? Bros, this is my 2nd year. I sold my first show in 2001. I didn't start making money until maybe 2008. It's your first, what now? Bros, this industry, I don't know how people are doing it to a whole 8 months. Information in the world is in your pocket in this nice plastic and silicone thing you call a smartphone. But unfortunately, I have run into more dumb people with smartphones in the last 2 years than possibly in human history. There is nothing you can't say you won't find, legit or illegit. Because some of you don't have Netflix subscriptions, but you have seen every show. You know where you saw it. Let's keep it real. You know how to look for what you're looking for. If you are tracking now on IG whether he has another girlfriend, you know how far you go. Put that same amount of energy into... No. Okay, let me say something that is going to sound like a brag. Those who... So I'm not going to use myself. I'm going to use a practical case right now. I have a meeting in the office on Friday. I've worked with both of them before. I've had pitch meetings with both of them before because they're people I respect. 2 people I have on Friday. 10 a.m. I have a industry heavyweight. I put it in air quotes because some people can package. Abi? Industry heavyweights. 4 years I've been asking this guy to pitch. 4 years. He's pitched 2 projects. And every time I see him anywhere, even accosted me at the MVCA, I sent you my 2 pitches. I've given you notes on the 2 pitches. It's a pass. Send something else. I sent her better than everything there. Let's not contrast with my 2 o'clock. My 2 o'clock is a girl that one day I hope I'll be able to say her name. The only reason I won't say her name here is because most of you will know her. That's going to change very quickly. I met her in person a few weeks ago. This girl has pitched me 67 times in 1 year. 67 different shows. Out of these 67, 40 have gone to the 2nd level. About 21 got to 3rd level. I don't know this girl. She knows people in the business, but every time we tell her no, she goes, cool. Can you tell me what was wrong with it? I say, there was this. She's like, I bet. Tomorrow she's back with 2. I'm like, hey, yo. Then when I knew that she's going to be serious, she came back the next day and said, oh, I have this 4 that I want to send to you. And I said, oh, how are you doing this fast? And she said, oh, aren't you looking at the top? I said, what top? I started going back to all her pictures. And when Coyote said, be a good human being, she wasn't claiming 100% credit. She was the one sending it, but she always credited this pictures from me and this person. Do you understand what I mean? Now, if any of those pictures get picked, you realize that she's automatically... Shebi's position you were talking about. And it's collaboration, right? By the way, the meeting on Friday is not a pitch. She has already been commissioned. Now, it's not necessarily. It was her drive, it was her resilience, it was her collaboration, it was her adaptability. She kept on. When I finally met her, I was like, okay, yeah, we're working. You know what I'm talking about. I thought of saying it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, when I met her, I was like, okay, bet. Why? Because she was lovely too. I have never seen, okay, I have, but it was a long time. I haven't seen somebody take notes that well. Like, we literally were like, hi, this entire section does not work. Her answer was not, okay, so what do you want us to do? Nope. Her answer was, what does it work? Oh, I get it. The fans, the audience won't understand this. Huh. Okay, what if we did this, this, or this? I'm like, okay. She's just about, let's fix it. Let's move on. She didn't go and cry 67 times before she got yes. Meanwhile, Baba that pitched only 2 wants to hold my shirt in the NVCA. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if I keep saying about the attitude, you have to understand. This is somebody clearly that, and I want you to understand this. Understand how I'm thinking. If I commission you, and you get to set, and rain floods, I've commissioned shows where they are set caught fire. She has the attitude where I know if that set burns down, she will find a way. But this other guy, he will come and say, behold, see what you people sent me to do. I'm serious. I've met those people too, right? So if you keep saying mentality, just so you understand what I'm saying. I don't think she has ever asked me, oh, why didn't you people ever pick any of the 60? Right? Seek knowledge aggressively. The only way you will learn is by failing. Okay, so my last word is this. Projects and attempts fail. People don't. Your pitch may fail. Pitch another one. The project may fail. Project another one. Projects and pitches and things fail. People don't. Oh, they didn't pick me. I'm such a failure. You are the one that said it to his nose. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, I mean, I feel like they've said it over and over again. At the end of the day, positioning is, many of us here are already positioning ourselves. We just have to tighten our buckles. You know, your monologues, make them better. How you relate to people, be as magnetic and infectious with positive energy as you can be. Network across, you know. These are the things that they have said, and I hope that it's something that we continue to remember, even as we go into our breakout sessions. So I'm going to call on Oloma to introduce the breakout sessions. Please let's give our speakers a round of applause.
Hi everyone, good morning. Hi, okay, so if you remember under whose you wrote your name, your hands up. You don't remember? You didn't write. Okay, you didn't write. Okay. So some of you, your handwritings are very, very interesting. So I might not be able to read it out, but I'll try. So we're going to have 3 spaces. We'll have Uche here. We'll have Coyote on the first 3 rows, and then we'll have Victor on the last 3. Do you understand? Okay. That works, right? Okay, so we'll have Uche here. We'll have, I said Coyote, right? On the first 3. And then on the last 3, we'll have Victor. So if you remember under whose you wrote your name, just go to where you're, then the rest of you, I'll fix you somewhere. You don't remember? You wanted to change? Too late. Sorry. Where did you write before? No, go there then. Why? Why do you want to change it? Just go. I'll see how it is and then. Let's do it quickly, please. Please, you can't change. You can't change your mind here. You have to go where. If you remember, though, you have to go where. I'll fix you somewhere. Don't worry. Being right. Okay. Nobody has come for Uche. We have Tori Thompson, Vincent for Uche. Vincent Ebe. We have Adelaja. We have Weke. Even though I'm seeing Weke in two places. You have to choose one, please. Atiyota said, still. Okay, stay ready. That's a question for who? Okay, if you don't have a class, your hands up. Don't have.
I will take where.
Remember, what's your name?
Stephen.
Please, can we sit so that we see where everybody is, please? You can talk after the session. No more talking. Thank you. Please, let's sit in our classes or in our sessions, please. You are? Yes. Can we move here? If you are Kokayode, please, can you move here? Here, please, so that we centralize it. Yes, move here, please. If you are Victor, can you sit there? Can you move closer? standing here? Because he's going to be standing here and he's not going to be shouting because there are like two orders happening. Okay. All right. So we're starting now. No, sir. Can you make a decision quickly? This class is full. Yes. That class is not full. I think we're ready. We're ready.
Every time they play the ad, you pay the money. That is a lot of money, right? But you know why they are paying it, right? The audience determines weight, which means if a Big Brother starts at 7 p.m. and news is 9 p.m., advert at 7 p.m. is 10 million. Abi, we understand the mathematics. 9 p.m. only 1 million people are watching. So advert at 9 o'clock news is 1 million. So if I commission both of you to do shows for me, and his show has 10 million, and his show has 1 million, who's more valuable? His. So his season 2 will have a higher budget than his season 2. But if he goes around saying it's because I'm Yoruba, that's on your head. Because it's clear facts. You know what I'm saying? It's not business. Are we understanding so far? Pretty straightforward, isn't it? So if you are making the show, ask me why I have producers who will do 2 seasons of a show and not once ask me what the ratings are. Those people really don't do well in the next negotiation because I know they don't know the business. Sorry, but it's business. So now I know you don't know the business, so you will take whatever money I negotiate with you. The end. Do you get what I'm saying? That's clear. For subscriber, you need 2 types of shows. Shows that will bring people to the service and shows that will keep them on. The big films on Netflix or the big things are what brought you. But you will stay to watch Friends that you have watched the old 10 seasons before. Do that kind of thing. I'm sure that has done everybody now. I'm going on to watch something new. You will watch something you have seen before. That's how it is. But there's the big things, the expensive things, the rock movies or whatever the hell it is that brings you. Oh, there's a new season of Love is Blind. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Then you come there, you watch 1 episode of the week, and then you faff around and watch some other. And every month you renew your subscription because I'm still on season 4. I want to try to reach season 7. You get what I'm saying? That's what it is. Therefore, your value is how many people watch and how you can keep people renewing their subscription. Does that make sense? Yep. And sometimes, like in YouTube or in our case, the 2 models collide. But that's how the business is. You see that first example I gave, free to air, I sell soap. I just explained to you why certain shows are called soap operas. I'm not even joking. In the 50s, Crisco and other people who made soap used to make all these shows for housewives who were going to be at home at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then housewives would go to the next house and say, did you see what Ronaldo did in the last episode? That is it. Because they were sponsored almost exclusively by soap companies, they became called soap. Do you understand what I'm saying? Always follow the money and know the value. Now I know I'm making for housewives, and I made a show, and I know that the story is thick. There's a woman that have 3 children. By the end of episode 5, her first child will die. By the end of episode 10, her second child will die. By the end of episode 15, the third child. You think housewives will be watching? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do housewives want to see that? No. So it doesn't mean that the actors didn't do well. They did well. The writing might have been great. It was cinematography. Oh my, fire. Who wants to watch that? Then the first child died. Okay. Second child, I'm not watching the show again. Do you understand what I mean? You're not wondering why is the show's ratings low? Because it didn't connect with an audience. Wait. Your job is not to have great cinematography or to write great or to cast great actors or direct well. That's not your job. Your job is to gather people and make them very happy for the next episode so you can sell them to the advertiser. The end. That's your job. Don't get yourself confused. Now, you can apply that model to everything. Not the exact same model, but that model. So if I have a YouTube show, what is my job? How do I get paid from YouTube? The ads that they force people to pay, they give me a cut. Yes? So my job is to get people to watch. The longer the show is, the longer the amount of ad space is on it, correct? The more amount of ad spaces I can put. That's why people's YouTube films are almost 2 hours, by the way, in case you don't know, almost 3 hours. Is the number of ad spots, right? So the longer I can keep them engaged, yes, the more money I make. Full stop, that's your job. Gather the audience and keep them on for as long as possible. The end. That's the job. All this other stuff you're talking about. Oh my God, they should give me more money because did you see how many actors I put there? Nobody cares. The biggest YouTubers in the world. Who are the biggest YouTubers in the world? Who are those that are heavy on YouTube here? Name is Mr. Beast is big, but who else? Sorry? I'm naming people that. Okay. Does anybody here know Penguin Zero? Or Charlie? Moist Critical. Penguins Zero. Penguin with a Z and a 0. 80 million subscribers. You don't know that guy. 80 million subs. Let me explain something to you. He posted a video last night. This morning is at 1.6 million, right? To him, that's normal. Brother don't have budget. No, 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 no. I'm not joking. He has no budget. Charlie just puts the camera on. That's where the joke came. Now, hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. That's where it's from. But while the biggest YouTubers in the world just cut on the lights and go, hi guys, full stop. Ray William Johnson, go look at my subscribers. I think it's 15 million. That's a YouTuber. The total budget for each YouTube video. I remember, I know Moist Critical's numbers for his budget. I think his budget is about, I think it's $100 or $200 per video. That's how much he spends. Because YouTube is not TV. People keep forgetting that YouTube is not TV. It's not. It can work. Monica, and for every love in every word, there are about 200 people who lost money trying to be Monica. If you find yourself spending that much money on YouTube, you have lost already. YouTubers don't think in 13s or 26, 52. If you make 104, then I'm putting out 2 episodes a week. Shout out to Moist Critical. Do you know how many episodes he puts out a year? 365 times 2. But do you understand what I'm saying? No one is right or wrong because Mr. Beast spends a lot of money. But people forget that Mr. Beast started stupidly cheap. Stupidly cheap. He built up. We like to jump. Yes, but that is the TV business in the super condensed form, right? Either you are giving it the product away for free in support for ads. So in other words, you are getting people's attention and then giving that attention to an advertiser, you get a cut of the money. That's it. The bigger the crowd, the bigger your paycheck. That's clear, right? Subscriber, you're making shows that will make people stay subscribed or come onto the service. That's your value. The end. Any questions about this so far before we go to film? I know I talk fast, no verse. How do you mean? Oh, you're talking about how do you try and design a story that will pull a crowd? Carry your notebook and write this down real quick, because I don't have that much time. A compelling character in a compelling situation that we can relate to. So it's 3 things: A, compelling character; B, compelling situation; C, that we can relate to. I didn't say interesting character. Compelling means easily recognizable, plus, even if I don't like the character, I've not seen some characters just like, the way me person slap this guy. I don't think anybody liked the Mr. Macaroni character because you're not designed to like him. You're designed to find him funny, but you don't wish that was your dad. I'm just saying. Do you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to find him funny, but I'm supposed to hope that's your boyfriend. You will need therapy. You get what I'm saying? Character must be compelling. Where you're like, okay, I want to see what this guy does next. Or I want to see what this girl does next, right? Or what happens next. Compelling situation. I need to know what happens next. Yep. And then the relatability is, of course, why I should care. Why shall I care? Yes? Okay, I'm going to give you an example real quick because this is like a masterclass in 10 seconds. I'm going to give you an example really quick of a pitch that has these elements, right? It's a real pitch. If you like, copy it. I will cash you. Okay, so there's a film called Cut Off. And Cut Off, the pitch of Cut Off is this. It's Nigerian. The pitch of Cut Off is this. It's about a 12-year-old recovering alcoholic who's trying to stay sober so he can pass common entrance. You see how your brain is producing questions. That's how you know it's working. What is a 12-year-old alcoholic? If an alcoholic at 12, which time you take start? You're in Nigeria. What is a recovering alcoholic? How many years you take a recover? How much you drink, now you call a recover. How are you recovering? Wait, you are 12. Wait, you are 12. How old do people used to write common entrance? Is it not 9? But you're an alcoholic, shall that make sense? Wait, what do you mean stay sober to pass common entrance? So once you pass, you'll still a drink? Do you understand what I'm saying? Your brain just go like, wait, what? Huh? I have questions. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you a trick that all of you should not do, ever. Writers, producers, ever. Don't make this mistake. Oh, my film is about an everyday boy or an everyday girl. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you're going to do it, then that character has to be in the most spectacular circumstances ever. Let me tell you why it doesn't work. The idea of storytelling is tell me a story that I cannot see outside my kitchen window. I heard that in LA. And I said, oh, that explains Nollywood. Because Nigeria is a cartoon. You know what I used to see outside my kitchen? I didn't see things. We didn't see things. I grew up in Benin. We didn't see. We'll say after like 3 days, nobody don't fight. We'll be like, what's happening this week? This week slow. Why everywhere quiet like this? Do you understand what I mean? Because we're Nigerians, we see ridiculous shit on a daily basis. Let me tell you how insane it is. I can guarantee, I don't know you guys. You've never met me. Okay, I've met some of you before. But here's the idea. I can guarantee, you've seen a dead body on the road before. Every Lagosian has seen a dead body before. You meet Americans, be like, oh my God, I saw a dead body. I'm so traumatized. I'm like, I'm not saying no disrespect to the dead. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying we live in a place that is so lawless. How many people here have been robbed before? Let me see your hands. Do you understand how ridiculous that is? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, ridiculous. Do you know that if you're in the States and you were robbed, you get 4 weeks off work? For compassionate leave? For trauma? We see the problem, Nigerians can't work that system because now we go to rob ourselves. Just to get leave. We go rob ourselves just to collect leave. We go there scam. I was robbed yesterday. Are you robbed once a year exactly around this time when your boyfriend day on leave? It's okay. But do you understand what I mean? Okay, cool. Now, we'll talk TV. Let's talk film. Film came from, questions. Sweet. The only way to know it's a great story is if you have those 3 things. If you don't have those 3. Yeah. Yes. Sweet. Let's talk about the business. Let me see if my answer is going to answer your question. Yes? Here's the take. There are 2 ways to get it on air. You're either going to be commissioned by the network or you're an independent producer. Most of Nigerian TV was created by independent producers. Commissioning is incredibly rare. I don't know why now it's not raining. Everybody wants a commission. You know how hard it is to get a commission. If you're an independent producer, you go to the brands. Remember that thing I said about your customer and your consumer? People go to the TV network as if the TV network is their customer. No. The network is your gateway to the consumers. Remember, TV gets the audience attention, sell it to an advertiser. You go to the advertiser and you tell him, here's the show. If you had a great story, you don't have to talk much. Press play. Here's a 5-minute sizzle, press play. They'll go, oh shit, okay, want to be on this or not? Not necessarily because they like you, but because they also think, okay, we are at close-up office. And close-up is like, damn it. If Colgate see this thing, they go collect them. I'm just saying. You go to the MTN office, but you start to tell us that you are going to branch the Airtel office on your way. You get what I'm saying? But you go to now here's the point. Why? Because you go and buy the airtime. You go to the network and find out how much is airtime. Network tells you for one season, 500,000. Now you have a number in your head. I'll advise you if it's business, be a pure business person. Shout out to my Igbo brethren. Go and price these things before you shoot. Because it's business. Because you need to know how much they are selling one advertisement. Remember, if it's 1 for 1 naira, how much? So you're not going to spend 50 million. Because in your heart, you believe that you will get 1 naira for a person and you'll make 5 million people. And you believe. Doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's 500,000. Okay, cool. This network now, what is the highest amount of people that have ever come here before? 10 million. That's the highest ever. Yes. Okay, divide that by half. If you get 5 million, you're a star. So I'm prepared for 2.5. Now I have my budget. Are you there? So my budget, it cannot pass 2.5 million. Then now you go to the brand. And you tell them, I want to make this show. Here's the pitch. When it's done, are you coming on board or is your other guy? They say when it's done, why is it called the pilot? No, why? Yes? Why? Because pilots fly the plane. right? You are hoping to make it on the air, get it? So anyway, we signed up for the rest of the season. Yes, let's go. How much? Brother says, we can do 2.5. That's how much you spent. But okay. Why? Because you're betting on yourself. You put it on the air now. I'm expecting. Remember, you now get 4 million. Your shoulder is not covering your ear. You understand what I'm saying? Because now we can talk business. You see what I'm saying? You better be as passionate about the numbers. I have no passion for passion projects. Do you know what I'm saying? So here's what it is. So that's how you get it on the air, right? Now, if you're commissioned, that's something else entirely. If you're commissioned, they have a relationship with brands. They're looking for some big tent, which looks like some of these churches that they are doing now. And they'll pull up in your town. There'll be flyers months before. Come see the circus. The guy that used to swallow knife. The man that used to spit fire. The fattest woman in the world. All that good stuff, right? Then they will ticket you at the door. Now, I can't be walking. It's a tent because I can't be walking past and see what they are doing inside. All I'm hearing is people shouting and things. And then you pay a ticket, you go inside to see it. Remember, things I cannot see from outside my kitchen window. The fattest woman in the world is not in my town. Nobody just regularly swallows swords in my town. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then I'm standing outside watching the people that went first. And then I say, Hafa, you go? Yes, it's sweet. How do I describe to you how one guy was carrying a tiger? I can't describe it. You have to see it for yourself. So anything you tell me makes me want to buy a ticket or not. But they're only here for 5 days. Who is doing me? Because half my class has seen it. And it's Thursday and I'm leaving tomorrow. And I go and sell my set and I go. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is an old reference. But when Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2 was coming out, and they did this insanely cool thing where the tickets were key holders. So if you came from the circus, right? It has to be there for. Hold on. When you hear the term cinematic, that's what that means, by the way. It doesn't mean picture fine. It means, oh shit, I can't watch this at home on my phone. It means this is something that I cannot see on a day-to-day basis. It has to be an experience. If you're making something for the cinema, you have to take the audience from the chair to somewhere else. Then after 2 hours, you drop them back. Do you understand what I'm saying? No, I'm not even playing. Go and Google the highest grossing films in the world. Go. I guarantee you, money down now, 100K on the table. The top 100 are fantasy. The top 100 are fantasy. It has to take us away. Do you know what's crazy? Nigerians, by default, we do fantasy. It's called juju. By default, it's called juju. We have what it takes. We just don't go far enough. How many people want to go to the cinema and watch a film about a failing marriage? I can watch that on Iroko. What is we doing? If you're taking me to the cinema, take me somewhere. Take me somewhere. There's no reason for me to get... Look, there are people who talk shit about Funke Akindele films. I'm not one of them. I'm a fan. Because I have seen people when... Oh, God. I have seen people in the hall for his Funke Akindele film. It's a full experience. Right? I remember... Sometimes we like to form elite. Who elite up? I was at the office and Odunlade came in to do something. We were working with him on the project. And I was talking, and Femi Kayode was. Is it Femi Kayode? No, Femi Adebayo was around. So they came to the office and we're talking. And then we said, okay, meeting is over, let's take a picture. I hate taking pictures. If you know me, I hate taking pictures. Took the pictures, I fuck it. My boss sent the picture to me. Whatever. My daughter had homework or something. I'm downloading pictures from my phone. It's connected to the big TV. Pictures from my phone. I'm looking for this thing, and that picture pops up. My housekeeper, one Yoruba auntie like this. I hear something drop. I see what's happening. The woman, it vibrates. I didn't remember his name. Femi Adebayo. I don't know him. I know him as a business guy. He's a nice guy. I know him as a filmmaker. My housekeeper, it vibrates. I say, Auntie, kill him pop. She said, bros, you know them? They are your friend? I say, My brain was like, hold on. Are these guys that big? Do you know what I'm saying? But like person from elite. You don't understand. The woman took picture with the picture. Listen.
She took picture with the TV. So now when she go ask for an area like this, she go dey swag. Do you know where I work? Are you alright? Do you understand what I'm saying? But you could form elite. That same woman, if I give her MVCA tickets, now waste. Because she don't send half of those people. She don't send half of them. All your red carpet glam. She don't give a shit. Let me carry her now to African Magic Yoruba. Hey. This one that they are recording me, I cannot talk freely. But you come and collect your mic. But that's the point I'm trying. It's connected. But do you understand the point I'm trying to make? Don't always think that audiences are different, by the way. Know your audience. Again, remember, when in doubt, soap opera. Who was it for? Housewives. Why? Because they buy soap. You understand? Don't go and make a show about boxing. And in your trailer, they uppercut somebody, titties flying everywhere. It's beautiful. People are like, oh my God. You now say you want to carry to Pepsodent. Yeah, I'm wondering why did they not buy? You now say, I don't understand. It's a great show. Why did they buy it? Do you understand what I'm saying? Know who your audience is, I beg. Okay, let's go back to film. Film, right? You take it. So it has to be something that I feel like once it's gone, it's gone. One. Two, it has to be like an event. For me to gather 3 or 4 of my friends, go and be fighting for parking space, buying overpriced popcorn, it has to be a thing. It can't just be something I'll just see randomly on YouTube. Not dissing YouTube. I'm just saying, if I can see for free in my house, why am I stressing myself? Why? Right? Now, here's the business of film. The distributor, hallelujah, hallelujah. The distributor is different from the exhibitor. If you didn't learn anything, learn that one. The person that shows the film and the person that puts the film in the cinema are not the same person. So you see this hall like this. This is a perfect cinema hall. There's a screen. There are chairs. What do exhibitors do? Listen to me carefully. Don't let anybody lie to you. They rent chairs and they sell sugar. Exhibitors rent chairs and sell sugar. That's it. The screen will still be here. The chairs will still be here. They are not moving. All you are doing is renting that wall. They don't care about your film. They don't care. Something has to show on that wall 3 times a day or 5 times a day, right? Whatever is shown on that wall, people come and rent chair. Sorry, in your mind, you call it buying ticket. It's not buying ticket. You are renting chair. It's your ticket to rent chair. Before you came here, you passed through there and you bought expensive sugar. If you cross the road now, you feel buy Coke for 500, 400 SF. Enter inside here now, 1,006, 25. They are renting chairs and selling sugar. Hi. Do you know why the temperature is that cold? I'm dead serious. So you have to go to the bathroom. Yes, because you are eating sugar. It's a diuretic. It is drying out your bloodstream. You will buy at least water. You will buy water. Don't worry. And second of all, by the way, another thing. It's also quite cold so that you don't go by yourself. No, it's true. Have you ever gone by yourself and you forgot blanket? It's a miserable stuff. When it's like 3 or 4 of you are here, somebody will lean on somebody. Then by mistake, you now go for Call of My Life or rom-com by yourself. Hi, God. My God. The way the cold will enter your bones. But you understand what I'm saying? So they are renting out the chairs. So you came with your film. Your film is 90 minutes. I'm going to show. So I have a film here as a film. I'm going to project it. People are going to walk in, rent chairs. They're going to give us a window. 14 days, 14 days. This film is going to be on 14 days. My film is going to be on 14 days. People are going to come in, buy a ticket, sit down, watch the film. They don't care what's on the film. They know it's my film. They know it's his film. My film goes first. Half the hall is full. This film goes next. Full hall. Okay. Next day, my film has gone up a little bit. People are talking about it. People are coming. His film comes next day. 2 people came. So, by the way, in case you wonder why they keep talking about first week numbers, that's why. First week is all they care about. It's going to be the best week. Unless you are James Cameron, in which case, first week numbers is all that matters. Why? That's what all the marketing and whatever. Once people see it for the first week and go outside and start talking, Hey, that film, I see the trailer, how the film be? I beg no nonsense, Joe. You know that kind of thing. The film is dead. The film is dead. Yep. Now, you hear things like, there are some distributors that like to scam people. Yes. Can you do anything about it? No, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Here's what you need to also understand, by the way, that you don't get. Let me explain it to you because I think I've set it up for you. Okay. 14 days, 14 days. Half whole. Mine is always between 1/4 and half whole. Steady, but always between 1/4 half. His is always full, and I have to turn people away every day. Does it not make sense to take my screen and add to his own? It's because I'm Bini. If I was Yoruba, they would give. Stop with the victim bullshit. Yes, people are tribalist. Yes, people are racist. Everybody like money. When the business to make money. It's because I'm a woman, I'm a first-time female filmmaker. It's a lie. It's a lie. I'm not saying that you're not going to face challenges. Yes, you face it on set. When it comes to money, money is money. Don't care who you take money from. Money is money. Right? Okay, so here's the big thing about films. Listen, this is the one, if you forget everything I say today, don't forget this one. The audience that is renting the chair does not care how much you made your film. Nobody cares. Nobody in the world, except the person you collected money from. Wait, I want you to think about it. If he made his film for 100 million and I made my film for 1 million, the ticket price is the same. So why is he spending 100 million? Why? Why? Do you get what I'm saying? If you're going for the cinema, maintain your line. Make it for the cheapest you can. I didn't say make a super stupid cheap film. I said make the best film for the lowest price that you can. Because how much you spent is largely... There's a film right now in cinemas in Nigeria. I have to go see it. I've seen it on... the idea. I've seen it already, but I will still go to cinemas to see it. It's called Obsession. It's a horror film for those of you that don't like horror films. It's a horror film. Brilliant. Do you know the budget of the film is? $780,000. $780,000. The director was 23. 23? Do you know how much he has made? As at this morning, 85 million. Yes, as at this morning, $85 million. That's what you call profit. Now, you want to talk about positioning? Let me explain how positioned that boy is. He has 8 deals right now. He has 8 deals. He has signed for his next 8 films. I think one of the films is what? What is it? He's rebooting the series. What is it? Texas Chainsaw Massacre has been handed over to him for 8 films already. No shaking. His minimum assured for his next film, when I say minimum assured, I mean his minimum assured salary is $10 million. The problem is nobody realizes that you be tall. You drag him up and down. But anyway, so here's the thing. So the 2 big things about film that you need to understand. One is that the cost doesn't matter to the audience. It's the experience that matters, right? Number two, very, very important. Number 2 thing. The cost of the ticket price that will enter your pocket as a first-time filmmaker cannot be more than 25%. If your ticket price is 1,000 naira, it's 250 naira that is entering your pocket. Be very clear. That's what it is. That's what it is. Now, people are going to be like, oh my God, that's how it is all over the world. Don't think that it is a Nigerian thing. That is just the business. The end. The same way, when you are in TV, you're not the one that's going to determine how much for one person. Because that's not you. That's the brand. So act accordingly. Your fee on a film is not your reward for your talent. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's for how much money did you help us make. Let me give you an example. If I wrote a film, and the film, let me explain. Not many people can do this. I'm just going to give an example of how I, for a very small window, I think it was 8 weeks, became the highest paid screenwriter in Nigeria for 8 weeks. Here's what it is. There's a film. By the way, screenwriters here, I hope you know you are responsible for the budget. You are the one. By a screenwriter, you are the one that causes the budget. I hope you know. That's how somebody was trying to say. Somebody was trying to say one script like this on page one, plane crash. I said thank you. I don't read past there. I say thank you. Even if I use AI, that would be the finest part of my film. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, play. I mean, this thing was like maybe 15 years ago. Play crash. Nobody read past that page. Play crash. So similar to how the ticket price doesn't change, a cheap film in terms of scripts can have as much ginger and juice as an expensive film. You can write a film that has 75 cast, and somebody write a film that has 3 cast members and have more juice. Nothing says that any of this shindig is what creates the tension, right? So if you're writing the scripts and blah, 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 here's how I made the deal. There was a script going around Nollywood at that time, and the film was going to cost, I think it was 40 million naira. Then rewrote the film, sent him an email, everything by email, ladies and gentlemen, and said, hi, please, before you give me this work to rewrite, cost it with your line manager. They costed it, it was 40 million, correct. I rewrote the film, came back 14 million, right? 40 million to 14. Cool. Which version was better? I said, your version is better, it has more juice. Perfect. 50% of the money I saved. You are going to go and shoot it for 40 anyway. I brought it down to 14. Give me 20% of the money. I didn't say 50. Give me 20. Right? Because it was about value. Now, that film went on, did some things. Somebody comes to meet me. What's your price? That 20% of the money I saved is now my... are you there? I start there. I'm not going to lie you. I for collect more. I know how much I've been talked before. Before the rewrite, I was ready to go for a certain price. But you know how it is. Basically what it is, you have to show the value, right? Writers have it different from actors, which is different from cinematographers, which is different from... But what is the same to everybody is how important were you on the project that made money. Does that make sense? Were you an integral part of the project that made money? Now you can move your price up. If you were not, so I did small character on a Netflix show, and you tell yourself, that's my new price now, Hunger will kill you. If you were not an important part of the project that made money, Hunger will kill. So there's this almost, I don't know, they have money, so they should give me. There's another word for that, it's called witchcraft. Why? How are you making, so if you're going to pitch anything anyway, how are you making me money? Think about this. Even as an actor, you go into an audition. The question should be, I don't need that big name actor anymore. She's cheaper, but she's just as good. Cool. Save is how did you make money or save money for me? The end. Everything else is, let's talk about the art. An actor prepares and all that. It's important. It's important. It's important for the creative parts, not for anything else. Questions? Sorry, 1 second. I just realized I didn't answer one of your earlier questions. Legal. Here's the thing with legal. There's only one way to do it. Again, smartphones. Go and study contracts and torts. It's not that hard. Most of your contract is something known as boilerplate. Boilerplate is just terms that are in every contract that this company gives you. It's legalese. It's not that deep. If you read enough, you'll figure it out. It's not that deep. But they are the key clauses, or highest. You tell them to underline the key clauses for you. Certain things that anytime you see them in the contract, please, your ear should go up. Image and likeness. Perpetuity. Perpetuity means forever. Perpetuity. Sequel rights. First option. If you see any of these terms, your ear should go up. Not because they're trying to cheat you. It's just learn what these things are. First option, sequel. First options, sequel rights, in perpetuity, image and likeness. Oh, and anyway, you see without recompense, aka we will not pay you. When you see without recompense, you say, wait, read this part for me. So what will happen? They'll say, you are saying you'll be available for media tour without recompense, aka we're not paying your transport to the radio station. So when they now call you, you now say, but you said the interview's in Aja. I mean, you understand? You now say, you sign now. without recompense. Really? No, it's not set up, it's business. It's your job when you see the contract to say, yeah, nah. So understand, if your negotiation is like a fight, you've already failed. You've already failed. Negotiation should be gist. I swear down, it should be gist. What's this one? Oh, if I'm coming for media tour, you don't pay for me. Yeah, we pay 50% of all transport, makeup, and whatever for media appearances. Maybe. Then they don't agree. Because they don't owe it to you. And that's what I'm saying. They don't owe it to you. And I know it sounds cold, but they don't owe it. Here's the thing. Nobody deserves anything. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. Let me tell you why. Until you're an element, your presence on that radio station, is that what's going to make or break that film? Who is it better for you to get the airtime on the radio, them or you? And they know that. They're not stupid. You're not coming. Really? Do you know what I'm saying? Writers, you will send me picture scripts. On the top, I will not see exported from an unpaid version, or exported from a demo version or final draft, or exported from a demo version or fade-in. I have removed 100K from how much I wanted to pay you. I'm telling you, I'm not even joking. Most producers just look at me like, so I'll never get money for fade-in, correct? Now they charge me 300,000 if you don't get out there. I'm telling you. I know it sounds cold, but facts. It's that simple. I've seen people show up for Ubers and lose a job. I've seen people show up for meeting and they went to rent a BMW and lose a job. Oh, now BM you take come. I'm not going to pay you now. No rest. You went to rent the BMW to look buffy. Why are you packaging for? How much can we make together? That's the package. Package is walking into the meeting and saying, yes, let me tell you something. There's a whole market in the Niger Delta that you are not aware of. But I get them. That's packaging. How much money can we make? I suppose, look, you say, this girl will be a star. Not because you find. If you don't find, if I don't call you to start with. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? So those are things about film. Like film is one. The amount of time we will spend in the cinema is entirely dependent on how well that hall keeps getting full. Otherwise, it will get shipped off to somebody else. Ticket price is the ticket price. It doesn't matter how much you used to shoot it. So please keep your money down. The difference is television, you negotiate all your money up front. Remember, you kind of know how much this thing's going to make from before episode 1 goes on the air. Film, not the same. I don't know how many people are going to show up for how many weeks. I may be hoping for 14 days and end up with 140 days. I may be praying for 14 days and 8 days, they've kicked me out. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. There's no cap on how much money I can make. Now, people say, oh my God, only 25%. 25% of 1 billion is how much? Hello? Hello? Are you there? And what I like is social media will just fry some people's brain. That's not your fault because you've been watching other people lying to you. They just paid that only 2 million. Only 2. If they come in for 2 million, I will show. What do you mean only 2 million? But then again, I don't know, Sha. They see you like girls with iPhone 17. So maybe money is not money again because I'm not understanding. Right? So film is different. Film has a lot of smoke and mirrors attached that you call glam. Now just watch. Everybody's watching themselves. Everybody's watching themselves. How much did the film make? Full stop. Now with film, to make money is not just from cinemas. After the film finishes its cinema run, then you go and sell it to not sell it. You go and license it to a streamer or airline services. There are many other places, television. You then go and license your film until it can make as much money as it can. So if you make a film now, the hope to finish making money from the film will be about 2 years, 24 months. Right? But when you make a TV show, before the show comes out, you know how much you are getting. And once the episode is out, the episode is out. It now belongs to the world. Within 24 hours, it will be pirated. It belongs to the world. It don't go. You understand? It don't go. Right? Any questions? Yes. So now you're thinking as a producer. I'm just saying, if it's making money as a producer, yes, you're saying. Exhibition, sorry, for clarification. Exhibition is the guy who has his chairs and the screen. Distributor is the guy who goes around to put your film in all these cinemas. Yes. 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 Yeah. Yeah. No. Absolutely no. Absolutely not. Unless it was in your contract. So it's called a, I don't know what it's called now. Then it used to be called a sideman's clause. Then it also became known as a key clause, which is this: that door only opens at a certain point. Yes, but you see, that's the thing. He didn't do it in his first film. He didn't do it in his first film. He did it on like film 7. A key clause is that door opens at a certain point, which means, oh, but you also, which means drop your fee or sign to 5 films. So I'm signing a 5 film deal with Marvel, but here's what I'm saying: from film 3, 45% increase on my pay. That's how you do it. It's a key clause, but it's only for key players. So you can't be a side actor and have that clause. It can never happen. Can never happen. Right? Yes. How is this project? Yes. Yes. From what? What are you protecting yourself from? There's no such thing. Negotiation, PIT, power information time. That's every negotiation. You're an upcoming actor, you have no power. Information, how much information do you know about this project? Where is it? And then how much time do you have that you can stand off, right? So let's talk about it. What you don't want is that talk. Abi? Here's how you do it. Draw a line. What is the industry price? Happy with it. Only run your own race. Your numbers. You have to find me outside. In closing, here's what it is. Happiness, my dear. I suppose no. And you did propose yourself. 10 years ago, your life now was what you're looking for 10 years. Mind yourself. Stop measuring against this and next month. That's it. Keep moving one step a month. That's simple.
All right. Please, can we come together? It's the end of our breakout sessions. It's time to close out. It's time to close out. Can we come together, please? If you're outside, please come inside so we can wrap this up properly. Oh, I wish I was in that picture. Oh my God. Thank you. Let's come together and sit down. Summarize stuff. Don't mind Abby. Okay. Okay, I'll call you. I just wanted to get permission. Why not? Please let's come back to our seats so we can wrap this up. It's been a great day so far, but we need to wrap up properly. Please settle down. Please let's sit down. Let's sit down. We have 1 more minute to wrap this up, please. Let's settle down. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm waiting for the last of us to settle down. All right, thank you all. Can I have your attention? Thank you. How many of us feel like we're living here with more clarity than we came here with? Okay, just 9 people. 9, 11, 12, 14. Okay, you didn't raise up your hand. He's like, oh, you raised up your hand. All right. So this means that this was a good use of our time. Am I right? All right. So I would like one person from each breakout group to tell us something that they have learned and something that they are taking away. Do I point to people or you just come out? Okay, you're coming now because raise your hand first. You as well. One more person. Okay, I have my 3 people. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. You can still come out. It's fine. You can still come out. You can still come out. Please keep clapping for them. Thank you. So let's do ladies first. It's fine. It's okay. So 3 things that stood out to you, or 2 things, or 1 thing, something that has been reignited in you and you're living with. Yes. And then introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ewan Eliolidas, and I'm an actor and a producer. So I learned from Mrs. Uche that there is the art and then there is the system of the art. So you have to be able to build proper structure, because if you do not have structure, you're running around in circles. That's one of the most important things I took out. And you have to also put in the work. You have your craft. You have to be so good at your craft that when they think of that thing, it's you. And as a producer, you have to be able to take risks. Yeah. Do you want me to say more? Let me give.
Please, let's clap for her. All right.
Hello, my name is Nosate Feva Onimisi Irunse. So I learned from Mr. Victor that in creating a story that is marketable and also great, you have to know the markers of a great story and also understand negotiation and the strategies of business, understand the plane that you're working in, and morph yourself to be successful in that plane. So, yes, thank you.
Hello, my name is Corey Lawal. I'm an actor, and I was in Mr. Victor Sanchez's breakout class. And what I learned, I think one of the things that stood out to me was what makes a good story. And he mentioned, 3 elements. He said you have to have a compelling character in a compelling situation that people can relate to. So I learned that, and I also learned about, knowing what value you bring and knowing what your audience is, what your audience are, who your audience are rather. He gave an example about soap operas and why they are called soap operas. He said they were made, by producers that were targeting housewives who use soaps a lot. So the brands that used to sponsor those shows were usually like soap brands, which is why they are called soap operas. And they were made like around 10 p.m. ish when the housewives are back from whatever, where they are just relaxing. And that really stood out because it just gives me clarity on knowing what to focus on and knowing what.
But I'm sure that we all had a good time. You can go back to your seats. Please clap for them again. Thank you. So I'm going to give us closing remarks from today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I share any sort of closing remarks, I think it's very important that we give a round of applause first for ourselves for showing up irrespective of most of the barriers that happened earlier today, and also for the organizers, Ebony Life, Iconic Step, Mimi, Winnie, everyone that contributed to making sure that this happens today. Another round of applause for them, please. I want to share a bit of perspective, right? Why the British Council Nigeria is supporting filmmakers. And also why it's important that you use the opportunity presented through this program to move yourself and your career forward. Now, my team work across Nigeria, right? And across various art forms, from music to fashion to literature, all of that. But we've been in film for 3 years now. I honestly don't feel like living, right? Because of the energy. And then when we launched Filmlab 1, it was the first time we were going to launch a program at scale for a particular art form. In 2019, we did the first scoping of film, TV sector. We did that State Employment Trust Fund, and we supported 12 filmmaking teams, just a very small way to look at how we can design a program that can truly support the sector. So that was 2019. So we went back to the design board to say, okay, how do we now make this what the sector needs and what young people would find relevant? So we came back in 2023. When we came back in 2023, we wanted to design a program that is end-to-end, that truly delivers outcomes that any young person can say, yes, I'm proud to be part of the program. And this program can be the springboard. For the 2 years' time we launched Filmlab 1, it was awesome. It was 12 weeks of learning back to back. We only had one person drop off. And these filmmakers, these producers, these directors were showing up every day from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., right? It showed how much value they were getting from the program. And through the learning period, onto the production period, and onto the showcase period, we clearly saw how the program supported their careers and made them attain greater heights. Lots of them just started even giving back to the sector at that time. It was really, really good for us. And when we were looking at Filmlab 2, we're also very particular because the Filmlab Africa program is a various touch points of the film and TV sector, and in our little way, try to change or improve or make young people see their art forms in a way that could be content to them, to be focused on something different, but also something connected to the first year. So we'd say, you know what, let's have a program that supports scriptwriters and also supports the directors and producers that will collaborate with the. When you go through the program, you would see that there was, first of all, a script writing lab, right? And there was also now a production lab. And now look at how there can be a better collaboration between the scriptwriters and the producers in that sense. And it's been great, and big shout out to the entire team for making all of that happen. But the reason why you are here today is equally more important. And I would say that it might even be as important as the British Council supporting those 99, creatives that are part of the cohort. We call it the creative sector engagement. We wish we have a lot of money, right? To support everybody to be a part of the program, to give everybody grants to make, to produce their show, right? But the reality is different from how we would want it to be. So we thought of very creative ways to make sure that everyone is a part of the program, right? So we have these two other vehicles. The first being the creative hustle that enables people to listen, as you've listened to these amazing facilitators and panelists, that brings that wide industry experience, you know. And also the second vehicle for us is called the Film Club, which gives young people the ability to look at films that have been made in Nigeria and the UK, bring your technical creativity to it, banter about it, think of what could be different, think of what could be better, you know. And these two vehicles are very important, right? Because it enables you to come into a room with fellow filmmakers, with established filmmakers, with organizations that can support your career and move you in the right direction, you know. So this is my urge to all of you here. At least know the name of 2-3 persons and what they do, right, before you leave this place, because that is how collaboration and partnerships happen, and because that is how you can maybe earn the next check that fits you, right? Second, every facilitators, from the organizers, from everyone here, including your peers, please take them seriously. Do not think that you know it better, right? Do not think that you have heard it somewhere before. Go back, think about what has happened here today, and make sure that you start acting and working towards that. On the final note, thank you very much for being a part of what we are building, right? And I have a couple of my colleagues here. Ikechukwu is here, Messi is here, I'm also here. If you have any questions on how you can work with us, if you have any questions on how you think we can support you, please reach out to us. British Council is very committed to making sure that we deliver a program that drives impact and contributes to your journey. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir, for that speech. So we're very big on feedback. There's a QR code outside just by the registration table. Please, before you go, make sure you scan it to give us feedback so that the next time we're meeting, it will be even better. Is that okay? Is that something that we're going to do? Right. So I want us to quickly come up with 3 things that we learned today using the letter C. I feel like we can do this together. So my first one is the word courage. Because for everything, okay, I'll take your own. Because for everything that we've talked about today, if you're not courageous, it's just going to stay in one ear and leave the other ear. You have to show up courageously. You said?
Collaborate.
Do we agree? So the first one is courage. Let's say courage. The second one is collaboration. Let's say collaboration. Thank you. Thank you. Create. In fact, we have 7 C's at this point. What's your own C? Challenge. Clarity. In fact, compromise. Okay, that's an interesting one. All right, so we have courage, we have clarity, we have collaboration, we have consistency. You said compromise, right? In fact, you know what? Let's just say, what do you have, Idara? Create, yes, we have create as well. So can we echo it? Let's just say it. Collaboration. Yes, exactly. Contracts. In fact, please, let's give ourselves a round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for coming early today. I also thank the team. We said we're going to start at 11 a.m. And did we waste your time? No, we didn't waste your time. So thank you very much for coming today. Again, please don't forget to scan the QR codes outside. So with that, we have come to the end of today's event. Right. So the last thing I want us to do is to say Filmlab Africa, Creative Hustle, double your hustle. Is that something you can do? So you can stand up and bring out your phones. Let's do like a video. Please, let's stand up. I'm going to stand like this. That's what. So we're saying Filmlab Africa, Creative Hustle, double your hustle. Is that fine? Yeah. Can you use your phone? I'll use my phone too. Selfie. Yes, so selfie, everyone. And please make sure you post this to your stories and use the hashtag Filmlab Africa 2. Hashtag Creative Hustle. Is that okay? And you can tag us as well. Okay. Okay, I should move further. My director is telling me to move. Where should I stand? Is this fine? I can't see anybody's face. Please join us. Can our facilitators join us as well, Mr. Victor, anyone that is still around? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Film Lab Africa, Creative Hustle, double your hustle. Woo! Thank you so much, everyone, for coming today. You were the best audience. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Please don't forget to scan the QR code.